Welcome to The Explainer. You know, every single day there's this incredible, complex world of logistics working totally silently just to bring products right to your doorstep. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain. We're going to make that invisible world visible. We'll show you the amazing systems that power the journey of, well, pretty much everything you buy.
All right, so let's just dive right into this quote. We're talking about that immense, invisible machinery. It's this hidden world of logistics, right? Think of it like a really, really complex dance of warehouses and trucks and data, all of it working together to get a product from a factory floor across the entire country and land it right on your front door.
You know, it all kicks off with probably the biggest question a company can ask. Where do we even put our stuff? Designing a supply chain network, it's not just about finding some cheap warehouses. No. It's this huge strategic game of chess, but the board is the entire country.
And the goal here, it's not just about, making your current network a little bit better. Nope. It's about finding the perfect network. We're talking about powerful software models that analyze millions of possibilities to design the absolute best combination of facilities right from the ground up. And it's all about striking that perfect, delicate balance between cost and how fast you get your stuff.
So how did they do it? Well, this is a massive project. What companies do is they create a digital twin of their entire operation. And then they just start playing what-ifs. What if we put a new warehouse in Dallas? What happens if we shut down our facility in Chicago? The software simulates every single one of those possibilities to pinpoint the one design that's going to crush their future business goals.
Okay, so we've placed our chess pieces on the board. Those are our facilities. Now let's zoom in a little and see the digital brain that actually runs the whole show. Modern supply chains, they run on this suite of incredibly powerful software systems that really act like a digital nervous system. You've got the ERP, that's kind of the digital backbone. Then there's the WMS, the command and control center for everything happening inside the warehouse. And finally, the TMS, which is the optimization engine for all the shipments going outside the warehouse. And all together, they coordinate every single move.
And right at the heart of all of this, you got the ERP system. The best way to think about it is like the company's central nervous system, or as they say in the business, the single source of truth. Its whole job is to break down those old-school information silos and make sure that everyone, from finance to manufacturing to the clerk in the warehouse, is all working from the exact same, up-to-the-minute data. And the impact here, what you're seeing on the slide, it's a total game changer in the real world. So picture this. A big consumer goods company went from that before state, total chaos, disconnected systems, to the after state of being completely integrated. And just by giving everyone the same information, their customer service levels just skyrocketed, from 85% all the way up to an incredible 97%. And on top of that, they cut the amount of inventory they had to keep on hand by 28%. That's huge.
All right, let's zoom in even further. We're going from the warehouse right down to the cardboard box itself. Because here, companies are fighting this constant battle against shipping empty air. See, carriers like UPS or FedEx, they don't just charge you for how heavy a box is. They also charge for how much space it takes up on their truck. This whole concept is called dimensional weight. And it means the size of your box is suddenly just as important as what's inside it.
And this story, it just perfectly illustrates this obsession with optimizing space. So Steve Jobs, he takes an early iPod prototype, drops it in a fish tank, and he sees air bubbles come out. And he just says, those are air bubbles, that means there's space in there, make it smaller. And in logistics, it's the exact same principle. Every one of those air bubbles in a shipping box is just wasted money. And you better believe companies are just as obsessed with getting rid of them.
So how do you solve this? Well, companies use something called cartonization software. For every single order that comes in, an algorithm plays this super high-speed game of virtual Tetris. It looks at the dimensions, the fragility of every item, and it figures out the absolute smallest, most efficient box combination possible. This saves them millions and millions in shipping costs.
Okay, so our order is now packed perfectly in the best possible box. Let's follow it right out the warehouse door. So we've gone from the perfect network, to the digital brain, to the perfect box. But now, how do you create the perfect route for the delivery truck? This is where companies run headfirst into one of the most famously difficult problems in all of computer science.
And the complexity here it's just absolutely staggering. For a single truck with just 10 stops,
There are over 3 million possible routes. And what about 20 stops? The number jumps to more than 2 quintillion. I mean, it's a problem that's basically computationally impossible to solve perfectly. And yet, it's a problem that has to be solved every single day.
So, the really crucial point here is that modern logistics has totally shifted from static to dynamic routing. It used to be you'd plan a route once in the morning and just hope for the best. Not anymore. Now, these powerful algorithms are constantly resolving this impossible puzzle all day long. They're adapting in real time to traffic, to delays, and even to new last-minute orders that pop up.
And the payoff for all of this crazy optimization, it's immense. I mean, the companies that really master this invisible machinery, they see real, tangible results. We're talking cutting transportation costs by 15 to 25%. We're talking reducing late deliveries by up to 30%. And they see a similar 15 to 30% improvement in how efficiently they use that super valuable warehouse space. It's just a massive, measurable impact on both their costs and the service you get.
So, the next time you see a delivery truck on the highway, remember what's really going on. It's not just a truck. It's the final move in a colossal game of chess. It's the end result of a high-speed nationwide game of Tetris. And it's the solution to a puzzle with quintillions of possibilities. It's all part of that immense, invisible machinery that brings the world right to you.